In this lesson, we want to implement the track page. So after finishing a successful payment, you will be redirected to this page. So you can see your order ID, the details of the order, and the status of the order in this format that customers can use it for tracking their orders. So let's see how we can do it. Here is the roadmap for this lesson. The first thing that we want to do is generating the order track page component. So open up the terminal, make sure you are inside the front-end folder, then write ngGC for generating the component, inside components folder, pages folder, with the name of order-track-page. Then press enter. Now since it should be a separate page, I want to add it to the app routing module. So close the terminal, press Ctrl P and write routing and select app routing module. Duplicate the last item, set its address to track, and it needs a parameter with the name of order ID. It should go to our new component, is order track page component, and it has the auth guard, so the user should be logged in to see this. Very nice. Just close the app routing module. At this moment, I want to prepare the data of the component that it wants to show. So press Ctrl P and go to the order router. Here after the pay, let's add the track API. So write router.get, its address should be /track/ with the parameter of ID, async handler. Oh, it is async handler. Press F2 on it and make it async handler. Very nice. Give it an async function, request, response, and the body. Here we just need to get the order by this ID and send it to the client side. So write const order is equal to await order model dot find by ID and pass request.params.id as the parameter to it. Then write response.send order. Super simple. So the track API is ready. Now let's copy this address, Ctrl P, urls.ts, duplicate the last item, change its name to order_track URL, and paste the address. Don't forget to keep this trailing slash here because we want to pass an ID to this API, and having it here makes it simpler. Okay, close the URLs and order router and open up the order service. So Ctrl P order service. Here add another function with the name of track order by ID. Give ID as input parameter, the type of number. Its result should be an observable of type order. Then return this.http.get. The result should be an order. Send the request to the order_track URL plus the ID of the order. Putting that trailing slash inside the order makes it possible to just pass the ID here instead of putting in slash as a string here. That makes it a little bit ugly. Now that the order router and order service is ready, let's go work on order track page. So close the order service and open OrderTrackPage.ts file. Here we need to add the order field for holding the order that's coming from the server with the type of order. Let's import it here. Now here inside the constructor, we need to get the order ID from activated route. For doing this, first of all, we need to inject the activated route. So let's write activated route, the type of activated route, press enter. We also need order service for getting the order from the server, the type of order service. Very nice. Here, first of all, we need to get the params from activated route dot snapshot dot params. Then we need to check if params dot order ID doesn't have any value. So put an exclamation mark at the beginning, then return. Okay, we shouldn't do anything if we don't have the order ID parameter. Otherwise, at the bottom, we need to use order service dot track order by ID, and we need to pass the params dot order ID to this for getting the order from the server. Then we need to subscribe to it. Here we just want to subscribe to the happy part, so we just write order and we set this.order equal to order that's coming from the server. So now that we have the order, we need to show it. So let's go to the order track page HTML file. Clear everything here. Here, just like anywhere, we need a div with a class of container. Inside it, we need a div with the class of content. Here for this, we need to check if the order is available. Show what's inside here. Otherwise, don't show it. At the top of it, we need an H1 that shows the order ID. So order as a text, hashtag, the actual order ID here. Very nice. Inside it, we need another div with a class of details. Inside this, we have several details that are similar. A div that has a strong for the title of the details. The first one is date, and the actual value of that is order.created at with the pipe of date. So this date that's coming from the server by using this pipe will be easily human readable. Let's check out the result. Here after the payment, doing the payment using PayPal, and clicking on Pay Now, it will redirect us to this page. There is nothing. It seems that I made a mistake. Open up the inspect, look out to the console. Oh, here we go. As you can see, we are passing undefined to the server instead of order ID. So maybe a typo. So let's get back to the code. Let's check out the order page component, TypeScript file. Here we go. I added an extra R here. Let's fix and save it. As you can see, we have order with this ID. I really don't like to see only the date. I want to see the time too. So we can go to the code, and here for the date pipe, we can pass a parameter with a value of medium. So it will show the date in the medium form. That will be like this. Very nice. We have date and we have time. So let's go to the next item. For the next item, just duplicate this item, change its name to name of the user, and order.name. Remove this pipe, and here we go. Let's do the same for the address, order.address. For the next one, we want to show status of the order. That's inside order.status. And for the last item, just copy the status. This one is for the payment ID, and payment ID could be null. So first of all, we check using ngIf that order.payment_id is not null. Then we say payment ID is equal to order.payment_id. Let's look at the result. As you can see, we have these details here. Now I want to show the order details. We already made a component for it, so let's use it. After the details, press enter and write order-items list. Pass the order here and close it. Let's look at the result. Here we go. We have the order items of this order. And for the last part of the HTML file, we want to show the shipping address on the map. Let's do it. Here after the content div, press enter, add another div. Inside it, we need an app-title with the title of shipping address. And for the map, we'll use map component, pass the order to it, and we use it as read-only mode. We pass the read-only as true. Here we go. Let's check out the result. Okay, we have everything that is necessary. Now let's go to the CSS file of the track page and make it beautiful. Here, select OrderTrackPage component CSS file. The first class is container, just like before. Its margin top should be 1 rem. Display of flex, justify content, center, flex wrap should be wrap. For the content class, its display should be flex. Its flex direction should be column, top to bottom, width 100%, and its max width should be 35 rem. So it will not be bigger than 35 rem. Its margin right should be 1 rem. For the next class, that is details, its margin bottom should be 1 rem. For the details div, direct div children of the details, their margin top should be 1 rem. Their font size should be 1.1 rem. Details strong, all the strong tags inside the details, their display should be inline block, and their width should be 20%. Here we go. Let's check out the result. As you can see, we have the order details beautifully here, and we have these two things that are similar to the payment page and the checkout page. So it was about this lesson. You've been watching Code with Nasir, and I hope to see you next time.